Okay, so I just got on and I saw the 11.0 like notes and everything got announced, so I'm gonna go watch it. I've heard there's some crazy stuff. I like this art. I think this art's really cool. Like I think it's new. Flow aura. Holy crap. Inklings and Octolings who spot multiple opponents in quick succession. It's like a kill streak. Will enter a new state called Flow Aura. Holy crap. Flow state mentioned. Oh, where's the Shaggy skin? As the state is activated, a burst of ink will paint the ground in. Wait, what? Oh! Wait, that's broken. So if you like kill a frick ton of people, you get the like it paints your feet. Oh wait, do you know what this means? No, this is actually so bad because now like people can overheat now, and it's like not gonna cost them as much. Because like I'd be overheating a lot with like bucket and sword. I like kill 3 and I'm like I can get the 4th and I just die because like I can't move them out of ink or whatever. If ink just spawns on the floor in front of me after I kill 2 or 3, like cool. Like what the frick? We gotta play around with this. We gotta test this. Full aura lasts for 30 seconds, during which time the players will get a boost to their run speed, swim speed. Just holy crap! Wait, this is so good. So basically, when you hit flow state, you get cooler. It's cooler. Oh, this is they solved the cooler problem. You may use it to assist your 2 minutes. So every time you assist or kill, it extends your flow state. So theoretically, this is like cooler but better. So you can like it. I like this because it's everything that cooler gives you except QR and QSJ, which are the 2 things that people are like, man, I hate it. So I think some people would still run cooler because it's not QR and QSJ, and like those are like the 2 big things that people. It's like you die and you instantly come back, or like you can jump out very quickly. But this is just everything else. So run speed, swim speed, IA. This is really good for shooter splatlings, blasters. Alright, that actually does good for weapons that like can't paint for itself. But I like this. If cooler didn't hinge on QSJ and QR as much, this like almost entirely solves the cooler problem. That's a lot. That paints a lot of floor. Dude, the turf 4 kill streaks are gonna go crazy. Inking the ground and helping your teammates get spots makes it easier to enter floor. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, this is cool. I don't think this completely kills cooler because again the QR and QSJ in the higher levels, but like down here, like low mid level, it's mainly just because of the QR. I'm thinking about it now. At first, I was like, this solves the cooler problem. I don't think it solves it that much because people run cooler mainly for the QSJ and the QR. I like what they're trying to do. That might look, you just have to gut cooler. I can't lie to you. Health bar. There's health bars now. It is now a movement shooter. We now have a movement shooter. Yeah, it's kind of weird to have health bars in this game, right? Because you heal so quickly. If the opponent is visible via abilities such as thermal ink, you will still be able to see that. Okay, so if you're marked or you're seen by thermal or haunt, it still shows the health bar. Okay, very cool. I like that. And it's like a lot easier to tell. More visual clutter, you could argue, but I don't think so. You'll also be able to see the health bars of your teammates if they've taken damage. Okay, this is good. I'm a fan of this. Underground could have freaking used this because we did not calm our fights like very well at all. So like if we had this, we could be like we wouldn't have to it wouldn't necessitate change on our part. We would see that one of our guys is low on HP without having to actually go over there because like you just hear shots, you're just like, oh, they're just checking or whatever. But you see the health bar going on, you're like, ah. So yeah, we could use this. I think this is gonna help in team fights a lot. Because I think a lot of people, like I like watching VODs and stuff. A lot of people tend to just not say anything when they fight. Like they don't say they're going in, they don't say they're being fought. They don't say anything. So this is probably gonna help a lot. So far, 2 really good changes. This might be crazy. All right, hit detection. Wait, hit detection. There are also some changes in how easy or difficult it is to hit opponents. It has been made slightly smaller when in swimming form. Nice. Okay. Since the original Splatoon, okay, a little leeway has been built into the size of the hitbox. That's what I thought! Okay, so this game is getting interesting. I'm a big fan of this. And so as you become more adept with this playstyle, you can... Okay, I like this. They're like, we're trying to get more players into the game, so we made it a little bit easier to hit people that are, you know, moving faster than running speed. Like, basically sprinting while prone. So we're trying to make it easier for people, for new players to get into the game and, like, learn it and actually hit people. But now that, you know, our player base is so big and we're kind of, you know, established, sort of, we don't really need that anymore. So we're going to put it back to, you know, real hitboxes into the actual size of the inkling, similar to that of the hitbox in kid form. Okay, I was gonna bring this up. If you know, so like directly where your like the camera is centered on, it's on the head, like the main big head, like where the two eyeballs are, and the tail is just sticking out based on whatever direction your character has last moved in, right? So like, I'm actually gonna put the game up so we can see what I'm talking about. It's easier to see when you're out of ink, right? So let's say I'm behind these boxes, right? If I'm, let's say, and I'm prone like this. When I'm in the ink, it's the same. Like this, it's like I'm looking this way. What this looks like on the ground, like to the detection, if you can see like the little outline of my character, that's what it looks like to the detection. So it looks exactly like this. So like everything here would hit. So even though it's on my head, my little tentacle sticking out of the back, those also count for hit detection, right? So, and since they made the hitbox bigger, it's not actually this, it's like an oval around this. What this actually is, like a sphere all the way around. So like a little bit wider and a little bit taller. So what that means is, like, let's say I'm behind cover like this. So maybe let's say there's a charger like up there, right? And I'm in the ground, right? And I'm here. Let's say I run into this corner and I'm like this, like just barely in time to get away from it, right? Like if I'm like here, it feels like I'm safe. I'm like, oh, I'm clearly behind the cover. The charger, let's say the charger's that dummy over there that I'm aiming at. I'm like, okay, look, I'm safe. I'm clearly behind this cover. And then he shoots a line like from where he is, like right there, and I die. The reason is because what this actually looks like to the detection is this. And if you can see, there's a line from that dummy to where my tentacles are. Like, I'm dying right here. And that's even with the new hitboxes. So imagine the old hitboxes where it's wider, where like my tentacle is still behind the thing, but because the hitbox is a bit wider, from where that dummy can see me, it still hits me. So I really, personally, I love this change because it means I won't die to charger BS as much, which is also inadvertently an indirect buff to Splatoon and like Rush Springs and like other backlines that just can't compete with chargers. Because like chargers have always been backlines. Most range, instant damage, hit scan. It's like you can't compete with that. Like if you have good teammates, like a charger is just gonna win out against everything else every other time. So I think this is a really good change too, not only for making the game feel more competitive and more dependent on aim, especially onto people that are swimming around. So like it's more movement based now. Like mechanics matter more. It also indirectly buffs other backlines, like balances out charges a little bit. So we're 3 for 3. Coolers kind of getting countered. Charges are kind of getting countered. I'm liking what I'm seeing. However, it would be no fun if it's too difficult to hit opponents, so some changes have been made to the hitboxes of the player's shots. Okay, shorter range main weapons now have bigger hitboxes, while long range weapons only have hitboxes that are slightly increased. Okay, it's always more dangerous to get up close and personal, but now players with short range weapons have an incentive to go and take the fight. Okay, attacks on opponents from a little bit harder to hit, but on kid form it's easier, so junior can fight better, sort of. Shot, same thing. Okay. Leader. I assume this is only for bullet guns. Like the bullets are gonna be bigger. Is that what I'm getting? Yeah, the bullets are gonna be bigger basically. Yeah, so it's gonna be harder to hit everybody in swim form because of the hitbox change. But it's not gonna be that much harder because again your bullets are bigger. Hopefully Gal doesn't get overtuned from this because Gal hasn't been nerfed in ages, and it's always been like those bullets are fat. Like Gal bullets are chunky. So, Gal, we might see a Gal resurgence. I don't want to see it I really don't. I think the meta would get right. The meta is definitely gonna switch up a little bit from this, but I'm not exactly sure where it's gonna go. I don't know if this changes much in terms of how shooters are seen in the meta, because the only like short range cleanup shooters we're seeing really are like Splash and Dooley, and then Zap with the leader comps and minis. Like that's kind of it. Like you see a shot every now and then, but not really. And like Dapple for rank. Like in terms of like really common like meta. So I don't know what this looks like. Yeah, so this didn't change at all. It's just this. So everybody got like the bullets a little bit bigger, but like the shorter your range, I guess the bigger your bullets. I don't know how much I like it. I mean, I kind of get it because the movement is a little bit better. Like speed has already been increased from 2 to 3. The speed at which players move is just in general faster. And now you have the float aura, so you're gonna be moving faster more often. We already have cooler. A lot of people tend to run sprint speed and come back, so you're just generally faster. So I get having the bigger bullets. Actually, yeah, I think the bigger bullets is fine. I don't think it's gonna damage the game too much. I don't think this means shooter meta, not at all. This definitely benefits shooters a lot, but that's just kind of like what Nintendo does, right? They want the shooters to be really good, really accessible for like people that are getting into the game. But like this is for bullet guns, right? So stamp. Hopefully this doesn't change like the size of a sword slash or like the size of a bucket slash. Maybe that's what they're doing to like turn them back a little bit, just to like make it even harder to actually hit people. Like Squeezer's cooked with this. Like people are harder to hit and they move faster en masse. So like because the velo, they already gutted the velo, so that's already been a problem with Squeezer. Now it's even worse. So Squeezer's not coming back. I think like for midlines, I think swords and blaster buckets are gonna stay at the top. But so far 3 for 3. I mean, Nintendo's cooking right now. 11.0 might be fired. Stealth jump. Okay. To prevent this from allowing teams to overwhelm opponents too easily, the flight time for super jump is increased depending on the distance. Okay. So what? More QSJ, more gear dependency. So basically, when you super jump, the farther you jump, the slower it is. Like the more time it takes to do it. So I'm guessing we're gonna see, if we see beacons, a lot of sub power up, a lot of QSJ. But this is also mainly for like jumping from spawn. So like kind of. So what I'm seeing here is like gear dependency, which I don't like particularly, because like the weapons that are going to be jumping in aren't super gear dependent unless it's like QR. You know what I mean? The cleanup shooters aren't dying much anyways. Like they don't really have a problem swimming back or like taking the extra time to jump to the back line where they'll be fine. Okay, yeah, that's with no QSJ. So yeah, stealth, having stealth affects it, not having stealth doesn't do anything. Holy crap, that's so slow. Wait. I was looking at the one on the left because that one didn't change much. That's so slow, my goodness. They just gutted stealth jump. Wait, it's so bad. It looks like the one on the left is the exact same. I think that's the extent of how far you can jump for it to be the same. But that looks normal-ish. This one looks so jank and clunky. Look at this. That is so slow. Nah, you need at least 3 subs of QSJ, right? That's so slow. If you're jumping all the way across the stage with stealth jump, and now it'll take a lot longer. What the frick? It's only the flight time that has been increased. The time taken to actually launch is the same. Okay. Yeah. This is bad. Oh, does that mean more beacons? That might mean more beacons now. Because beacons with the sub power up, it increases the speed of it, but you get there. Is that it? For like the big... That's it for the big changes. Okay. So, Flow Aura, I think that's a win. I don't think it'll destroy Cooler, but it'll definitely open up options for people to not run it. Like, people with OG are going to have a field day with this. Like, the OG Warriors, the opening Gambit Warriors and Ranked are going to love this. This is what I'm saying. Between this, like, basically buffing opening Gambit, which I also like. It means we're not gonna see like as much like, oh, you have to run comeback stealth jump on everything, because like that between that stealth tips, like everyone runs like comeback. Like everyone that's not on a backline is like comeback, whatever main ability, and then stealth jump. Like not as many people jumping in. I think this is a cool way to mitigate, like to kind of bring it back to how Splatoon 2. It wasn't like stealth jump is like a necessity in Splatoon 3 if you're anything but the backline. Even a lot of backline want stealth jump. It's like now with this, I think a lot fewer people are gonna run stealth jump. They're gonna be like, it's like not worth it. The cooler teams just probably still gonna run stealth. Cooler and beacon teams still gonna run stealth. But then again, like if you're jumping to a beacon, like do you need stealth? Especially these first two, the smaller hitboxes and the float aura. I think Gal is gonna. We're gonna see a lot of Gal. Health bar, that's just a great like quality of life thing. Like you ever get annoyed when it's like you definitely hit this guy for however much he should have been dead, but somehow he like started healing just for that brief moment. You're like, there's no way you started healing that quickly. I do like this change. Chargers inadvertently nerfed. More cohesive gameplay, I think. Less like dive. I think that's what they were trying to do with this. Like especially this and then this, they were trying to mitigate the cooler culture, at least keep it down. Cooler is kind of gonna be relegated to being a licensed defeat because that's just kind of all they gave it now. Like if you want literally every other buff other than QSJ and QR, just get good, just kill a bunch of people, and like helping your team. Like I think multiple people get it too. So you know you don't really need cooler for like all those other builds anymore. And if you want to mitigate this, you're gonna have to run cooler. But the only people that really use this like this are people who are like continue fights. Like this is, I actually like this because this does kind of get annoying where like people just continue fights by like always jumping back in from their spawn, and it's like they're on like the last checkpoint on tower or something, and they're just like jumping and just like stalling like crazy. Can't do that anymore unless again you have like a frick ton of QSJ, which I do have. I have a build for this. I already have a QSJ build, so we could run this. We can make it work. I think these are great changes. I think across the board. So yeah, for the big changes, like those big surprises that they were talking about, 4 for 4 is a win. Now, patch notes. Changes the multiplayer. The float aura, okay? Let's see exactly how it works. Okay, it lasts for a short amount of time. It said 30 seconds. It's crazy. I don't think it's 30 seconds. I think it might be longer. While players for persist, the duration will be extended slightly whenever they defeat a opponent. Yeah, like I said, so this is just opening gambit all the time, basically. So maybe you won't see a lot of opening gambit because people won't think they need it, or maybe they will just to double down on it. I'm not sure. There's options though for sure. Opening gambit cooler, that might be a thing. The ground, yeah, that part is huge. That's like the craziest like kill streak extension ever. Continuously getting assists with your allies, ranking territory during battles will make it more likely. Okay. So like getting assists and like painting. So everyone can kind of get it. Like this is, anybody can get this thing. I think Slayers are gonna get it more, but it's for everyone can get this. Okay. The health bar is massive. I love that. Okay, yeah. So if they try to like swim away, the health bar goes away. That's fine. That makes sense. But like if they get out and you see it. But if you can still see their position in any way. Oh, here we go. Adjusted the size of the circle indicating the explosion radius of the area that deals 220. Okay, yeah, because the kill hitbox for Reef is a lot bigger than the painting hitbox. Like kill size also gets bigger with these special pyro. So I think this is good because like people with special pyro, like some people run Tetra, it's just QR. Some people run Dreaded, it's only special pyro. So it's like you can actually see now, like instead of having it, because like you can't see sub abilities in the map. So you can actually just like, see, am I gonna die? Which, I mean, a lot of people end up dying to the 70 anyway, because like they get comboed, but that's neither here nor there. This is a good change. I like that change. Specifications with some main weapons. Okay, L3 increase the speed of shots. Oh, by 24%. Increase the radius of the inks. Decrease. Okay, so it paints less, but the velo is better. This is gonna be the glitters is gonna be a problem. Or maybe the D. The D can be like a more aggressive alternative to the mini. It's gonna paint way less, but like otherwise it's the exact same. L3, we might see some more L3s. I saw Storm use L3 a little bit, so we might see this come back. Dynamo. Increase the inking of spray droplets. So it paints better? Okay. Finally. Adjusted the damage fall off rate shooting distance to make it possible to deal damage of 100. Okay, decrease the amount of increase the amount of ink consumed by itself. So it's more ink hungry, but it paints more and it kills. Okay, so they just like buffed it, but made it hungrier. I guess that's fine. Regular blaster. Reduce the time of movement is restricted. So we got another 2 frames of end lag. Or I guess it lost 2 frames of end lag. So even faster. H3 increased maximum damage from 44 to 45. Okay. Okay, V-roller. So 2 widening frames removed. So it's like, I really don't want to see roller. I don't want to see roller succeed from this patch. Please no. Heavy splatling. Increase the radius inked by spray droplets. Okay, paints better. Okay, so it just paints better. Are we gonna see it? I don't think we're gonna see it much. Maybe a little bit. Petra. Increase the speed of shot. Okay, better velo. Umbrella. Reduce the amount of ink consumed. Oh, that's kind of good. Better ink efficiency. S-Blast, please. Yes! It's not Jupiter, it's more like Saturn now. It's still ginormous. Decrease the radius of the explosive damage for short flight distance shots by approximately. That's really the only nerf you can do to this thing. Like, the way it's designed, it's just like, yeah, I can do everything but paint. And like, that's enough of a nerf for it. In theory, the Luna hitbox is a little ridiculous. I think now it is Luna size. Although I feel like it's bigger than Luna before. Specifications for some specials have changed, okay? Breeze Slider. Increase the radius of the explosion that deals 220. They made it bigger? Why are we buffing Reef? Oh, why are we buffing Reef, chat? What? Have they not been watching for the past like year and a half? Well, I guess they don't care about NA. This is brain dead. Great. There are no changes to the radius of the area to the 70. Okay. So you just took more from the 70. Well, I don't care about that because I can just make it bigger with the freaking special parts. This is fantastic. This is wonderful. It's not. It's all the reside is the only special that got changed. Okay. Slightly raise the center point of the explosion to make it harder for opponents to avoid it using a small height difference. What? Oh, okay. I don't know who this is for. Oh, I know what they're talking about. If I reefed here, right, and I blew up here, I could sit right here and be totally fine and then just kill the guy afterwards, right? Like if I did this, when that guy reefed, I could sit right here and like bomb camp it or like pre-fire it, and like when he blows up, I kill him. They're saying now they're gonna raise it a little bit, so maybe like if I blow up here, it'll raise up to like maybe like a jump height. I think a jump height would be good. So like there, like let's say now, since it blows up, instead of blowing up like against the wall like this, so like anywhere on this ledge is like basic, like anywhere from like here and up on this ledge is fine. Let's say it raises a little bit. Now this entire slope is dangerous, and I have to be like here, like pretty far from the safe distance, right? So let's say I blow up here. It's more like I'm blowing up like there, so like, or like here, because of like the elevation. So it's like harder for people to cheekily avoid it, which again, this thing does not need. Anyway, here's the radius inked by the explosion by only 7%. Bro, okay, so it's still gonna cheese zones. That literally does nothing. Decrease the maximum distance of the charge. What is that, like how far it can go? Okay, so it's helping a little bit with the zones cheese. Nothing crazy. New Squiffer, the zip one. Zip Squiffer got less. Firefin got less. Oh, we're gonna see Firefin again? We might see Firefin again. Try got less. We might see Try. I kind of like the Try. I like the cooler Try. Machine's getting less. Okay, Machine might be coming back. It's had 220 since the game, like since 2022, I think. That's so rough. Pro's getting V-Pro. What the heck? V-Pro's getting more. S-Blast is getting 210. That's so Mini's getting 200. Just give it 220 at this point. Give it 220. Give every Mini 220. It paints too much. For the L3 non-zones, we raised the speed of the shots to make it easier to utilize the weapon's unique property. Its ability to maximize power by successfully hitting opponents with 3 shots. Okay, so just make it better at hitting the full burst. On the other hand, we lowered its inking ability to make it more difficult to fight by lying in wait without proactively approaching. Okay, so shark less. If you're gonna use L3, you kind of have to use it as an aggressive option now. Like you can't use it as your cleanup. It can be, but like you're gonna get outmade. I don't think we are gonna see L3 because again, the Gal The only like advantage it has over the Gal is the fact that the velo is better. The Dynamo Roller, in order to make each of its swings even heavier, more powerful than before, we expanded. Okay, yeah, so just make it more of a heavy hitter. Here we go. As for the Reef Slider weapon, we improved its ability to defeat opponents by expanding the area of explosion. So, on the other hand, we reduced the maximum distance of charge and decreased the area inked to make it harder to rely on the strategy of taking back slide zones. They really did say this is just for Zones G's. Yeah, because you can just reach from a safe place. Yeah, they really said, alright, all the nerfs for Zones G. So they made it better at killing. I think its fighting ability was in a good spot, though. I don't think it was bad. Not a fan. Not a fan of the height increase. The kill distance, fine, because people are just going to throw a special power up on it anyway. I wonder if we can see our own health bar. Because, like, the only health bar we really have is the ink on our screens, which isn't great. I would like a little health bar in the corner. Can we do that? A little health bar in the corner would be fantastic. Like 100.0, and then, like, you go down. That would be great. I think we should get health bars. Like we're like still keep like the effect on the screen, but also health. I think health bars would be good. Fix an issue in Mako and Clan Blitz where it's impossible for players to linger on top of the goal. You could sit on the goal in Mako. What the frick? I did not know about this. I think we're gonna see L3 a little bit more as an aggressive option. It's gonna go toe to toe with Gal a lot. I think there's a lot of OG potential for L3. Finally, S-Blast gets a little bit of tone back. You know what I think this means? I think this means Sword's gonna come back a little bit. Little stickers. I've been playing stickers recently, especially with this S-Blast nerf. It's like I don't think we're gonna see it as much. Maybe Sword Bucket. Maybe I genuinely think Sword is gonna come back in a big way, especially with how many like indirect nerfs there were to Chargers here in this patch. We're gonna see a lot of bows. I think we're gonna see a lot of bows because bows get touched. Yeah, not as much Chargers means more need for more range. Possibly, we might see some more fire fins. I think people want more if they want a Charger, a one-shot option, because like pen isn't actually a hit scan. You have to leave the shot a little bit. But like all the one-shot Chargers are hit scan, so possibly a lot less pen. I think Sword's going to come back a lot because people are going to need that range correction. And like I said earlier, Squeezer is not going to be the gun to do it anymore since its velo is still bad. So the only like egregiously long range midline weapon left is the Sword. I'll finish the video with my meta comp prediction. If I had to predict like what would be the next meta comp coming into 11.0, I think it's going to be Tri-Stringer. I think all three of them could be viable. But if I had to pick one, I would probably say Bolts. There's not a lot of bow players. Like I think Ezio might get some. He might start getting some notoriety from this because a lot of people don't really play bow, and I'm not sure how many Charger players are willing to switch to it. So here, I'll give you two backline options. I'll say Tri-Stringer or Firefin. I think Bucket's still great. I don't see a reason to not play Bucket. And S-Blast's radius is smaller, so it's not it's not the close range of Nightmare that it was before. I still think it'll be good. It'll be used, just not super good. So I would say any combination of the three, Stamper, S-Blast, Bucket. I would say for sure keep Bucket though. Keep Bucket and then either Stamper or S-Blast. And you can go both ways for the Stamper. You can go vanilla or you can go stickers. I'm more partial to the stickers. And for the cleanup, I think I would say it would still be Mini. It only got 10 points for special added. It's still 200. Like Mini's still gonna farm the frick out of the hammer. And I don't think you'll need Cooler. Like again, you won't really need Cooler as much. So here's what I'll do. I'll give two options. I'll give a Cooler comp and a non-Cooler comp. So that's my non-Cooler comp. Now for the Cooler, there's two ways you can go. You could put in a Dapple for the Mini. You could take out the Bucket and do like a Crab Dread. Or you can take out the backline, go back to Pen, and then just keep... Because again, like the meta comp that we have right now, it's like, what, Pen, Bucket, /S-Blast, and Mini, or something like that, would still work. Like, it still could work. Like, this meta is still pretty open. It still leaves the meta open. I think now what this patch does, it opens some other weapons up. Like, you're still probably going to see S-Blast. I don't think it's going to go away. But, like, it's better now. Brella's better now. JJ's going to go crazy with Brella. We might see Heavy come back. We might see Roller come back. I think 100% the big winner of this patch is Gal. Like if I had like the unsung winner of this patch would be Gal. Like if the unsung losers of this patch are Chargers, the Chargers are the unsung losers. The unsung winners are I think Bows and Gals. Bows competition that dog walks in every time just got indirectly nerfed, and it's a competition that it would dog walk every time. The Splatlings just got buffed, so we're gonna see a lot of Splatlings. So Bows are like, watch this, dead. And again, the Gal, opening Gambit just got inherently buffed. They just made the bullets fatter, and the bullets were already pretty freaking fat. It's a 2-shot. Like, I think Gal's gonna come back in a big way. We might see Twig come back. Gal and Bows are big winners in this match. S-Blast and Chargers are losers. That's what we like to see. Yeah, I think that's all I got. Thanks for watching. Bye.